CBS News Station. This is KRON-4 News Weekend.
And we have some young fashion designers coming up demonstrating their own wear. And we're talking young, we're talking like 9, 10, 11, 12. We're talking young.
And they design the clothes?
Yeah, they design it, and they're going to model it themselves, and they're going to be part of San Francisco Fashion Week, which starts this week and runs through the weekend.
Fantastic.
San Francisco Fashion Week coming up. We're going to introduce you to some of the most promising young designers coming up on KRON-4 News Weekend. Boy, if you are looking for delicious fashions, let me tell you, folks, you've come to the right place. San Francisco Fashion Week is happening all this coming week, and they've got fashion shows, real-time fashion shows, big stuff coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But I want to introduce you to some of the youngest designers. These young ladies are among those who are participating in the Rip and Recycle fashion show. They are students at Scotty, which is a school for fashion, and we're going to introduce them to you in a moment. But first of all, let me introduce you to Gues, and she is the producer, the person who pulls the whole thing together. Tell us just a little bit about the show, please.
This is the 4th year of Fashion Week, and we have 3 nights of runway shows that happen at the San Francisco Design Center Galleria. We also have fashion-related educational workshops and seminars, as well as a shopping boutique and some after parties. So it's a whole week to celebrate fashion in the Bay Area.
Okay, so and we have some pictures from last year. This is a it's a very professional looking event, and all of the events are open to the public.
Correct,
now,
and that's
you're emphasizing up and coming local designers primarily.
Absolutely, that's our entire mission, is to support local Bay Area talent.
And there's certainly plenty. This really is a hotbed of fashion.
It is, and that's the point that we're trying to make here at San Francisco Fashion Week.
Okay, now let me introduce you to some of the as I say, designers who are also going to be modeling in the show. First of all, I'd like to introduce you to Lea Gallagher. Leah, can you tell us a little bit about your outfit?
Well, it was really late one night, so me and my mom got home after a hard day of work, and well,
wait a minute, you had a hard day of work?
Yes, actually, I do work, and my mom said, you know, Leah, you have to make something for Fashion Week, and she said, why don't you recycle some stuff? So I said, okay, well, I'll make a dress out of ice cream bins.
Now, did you personally eat all of the ice cream in these?
No, actually, I called the company on their, like, questions or comments thing, like, any questions or concerns, and I called them up, and they said I could use their brand name, so I made my dress.
And let's take a look at your hat, please. Can you just show it to the camera? Oh, you know, and I happen to love that toasted almond flavor. Thank you very much. Phoebe Gillan, 11 years old. Now, tell us the idea here of this fashion show. It's called Rip and Recycle. That means that everything you're wearing, these are special or limited.
Yeah, these are designer end cuts. It's from their designs and their fabrics.
So this is like leftover. So you're limited into how much you can use.
Yeah, and you can't make a whole outfit, so we had to use what we have. And yeah, so
tell me what you've got on here.
This dress is Chanel inspired, and this jacket, since they were designer end cuts, it could only be a crop jacket and no longer. And so I got this from the Chanel book and put a little Phoebe into it.
Okay, so both of you are 11 years old. Now, I believe you're the youngest designer in the show. Tiara Mead, tell me about, this is a great outfit. Can you tell me about it?
Well, at the beginning of the class, we were looking at fashion books, and I was looking at a Barbie one, and there was an elf dress. I really liked the skirt part of it, so I decided to make a skirt kind of like that, and I pulled...
What makes this an elfin dress? Why don't you show us?
Well...
Is it the uneven cut?
The cuts are kind of like flower petals, and elves use flower petals to make their clothes.
And where did you find the material?
Well, we had bins, and we could choose things out of them that were end cuts. So we just kind of pulled everything we could.
And then the top is separate.
Yeah, I just pulled the top from the skirt.
Just grabbed it and said, I like that. You like that color, though, don't you? And it goes beautifully with you. Okay, Sachie Weber. That is a truly elegant outfit. So can you tell me, that does not look like something made from end cuts and remnants.
Well, what I wanted to do is that I wanted something that was sophisticated that you would see every day for going to work, I guess. Something professional, but something a bit different. So what I did is that I left the back open and instead I made a halter cut instead of a usual vest. And I also wanted to experiment with different patterns and fabrics. So I put gussets of this brown plaid on my skirt, and I used excess fabric of the plaid to make buttonholes, so it all came together nicely.
You know what really amazes me about you guys, to be honest, is not just that you're tremendously talented as designers, and I must tell you, every one of these is really gorgeous, but you are the most articulate young people I've met. You are so good at describing what you've got here. Now, you're going to actually model in the show, right? That's going to happen on Friday night at the fashion show. So have you been practicing your model walk? Is that something they teach you at Scotty as well?
Yeah, every Tuesday night we come to
We have rehearsals, and they bring music outside, and we walk up and down the streets practicing in our shoes because. Yeah.
So could you show me how a model, could you just do me a little walk over here and show me how a model would do it? Ladies and gentlemen, now walking down the runway, Tiara Mead in a beautiful ruby dress and a sort of a fairy-inspired skirt. Lovely. Let me tell people about San Francisco Fashion Week. It's obviously going to be great, not just for the professionals, but with some of the younger soon-to-be professionals. It's going to be happening. The fashion shows themselves are happening on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings, but it runs all of next week, or just about all of next week. For more information, you can go to fashionweek-sf, and they've got it's a nice, by the way, it's a nice website, and they've got all the details on that. And then let me tell you that Scotty is where these young ladies study. It's located, I believe, on Union Street, and they obviously, not only do they sell clothing, but they also create some gorgeous clothing. Brava, ladies. Bravo. Really beautiful. And congratulations on having the show on again. It's going to be a great event. Thank you all very much for joining us. Back to you.
Henry, thank you.
Congratulations to the girls, and kudos for Henry for doing such a lovely job.
We're going to have to remember the names of those girls.
Yes,
another 10 years or so, yeah.
Wonderful,
exactly.
Wonderful.